Hi Curious and welcome back. Who doesn't remember Rose and Jack, the perfect couple whose short romance that captivated millions of people played out on screen in the movie Titanic? Besides being one of the main stars of that film, Kate Winslet is one of the most successful actresses in the US. She is undoubtedly a fashion icon, and in addition to being an exemplary mother. But what do we know about her mysterious daughter? Did you know that the girl began her career in acting without saying that she is the daughter of this famous star? How did she start her journey in the industry? What controversies has Kate Winslet unleashed around her family life? What are the news surrounding Mia Threapleton? Stay with us until the very end as we have prepared the most interesting information about Kate and her daughter Mia. But before we continue, don't forget to turn on the notifications and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our future videos. Some of you might have noticed that Hollywood and audiences have a weakness for aspiring stars with famous surnames. They often say that they want to continue the legacy of stardom of their famous relatives, such as has been the case of Bono's daughter, which seems similar to what we are going to talk about today. So make sure you check out our previous video, the link to which is currently being displayed above. But for now, we will go back to our topic at hand. Though it is worth mentioning that this is only possible if such acting talent and work ethic accompanies their aspirant. This is fundamental, and this is why it is so very surprising, but perhaps not for the fans of the actress, because the eldest daughter of Kate Winslet has begun to follow in the footsteps of her very successful mother, almost without anyone noticing. You might find this a little bit odd, but we'll explain in a moment. Mia Threapleton is currently 20 years old, and as we mentioned before, she has started to venture into the world of acting. In fact, she has recently been in the Czech Republic to start filming a series there, as it was revealed by Kate herself. But Mia has decided to go unnoticed, and one of the reasons why the 20-year-old has achieved this goal is that she has chosen to use her father's last name professionally. Her father is the film director Jim Threapleton, who was the first husband of the Titanic actress. Mia's last role, which coincidentally was also her first one for which she has auditioned, was in the film Shadows, and her mother is very proud of her that she got it without any kind of help, since those responsible for the casting process were not aware of their connection. But did she really not receive any help? What do you think, Curious? Even the dressmaker star said that she had long imagined that Mia had a taste for acting and would undoubtedly one day want to try her luck in front of the cameras. In one of the interviews, the actress said, "Actually, I think I always suspected." And then, sure enough, a couple of years ago, she turned around and said, "I think I'd like to give it a go." So unlike any other proud mother, she does not boast about the fact that the people who chose her daughter for the role had no idea she was her daughter. According to Kate, who had been married to Mia's father from 1998 to 2001, this is fundamental for her daughter's self-esteem in taking the first steps in the industry. To the surprise of many, the technique of not using Winslet's last name has worked very well for her, since she has landed one of the leading roles in the movie Shadows by Italian director Carlo Lavagna. And if you want to know more about this movie, here is a quick rundown. It is a horror about two teenage sisters who live in a forest with a protective and obsessive mother who does not let them out of the environment in which they find themselves. In short, it is a psychological horror. Mia Threapleton, in the aforementioned Italian film, had a chance to attend the Rome Film Festival where the film premiered, although in fact, prior to this, she had already had a brief role in a 2014 movie, A Little Chaos, where she coincidentally coincided with her mother in front of the cameras. The same movie was one of the late Alan Rickman's last films. But did the young star not get any help? Did she really go unnoticed as Kate's daughter? However, for the public opinion, young Mia is a real movie star to her own merit, and even more so when it was revealed how talented she is and who her parents are, but especially her mother, who always tried to keep her away from the media growing up. In fact, until now, many people had claimed that they didn't even know what her face looked like. Did you, Curious? Regarding the super coincidental occurrence of coinciding with her mother, another one took place not so long ago. The Oscar winner did an interview with the reader in which she joked about the situations, since she would have also been attending the Rome Film Festival to present a film in which she starred in Ammonite. Obviously, speaking of her daughter, Kate said in her own words, "My daughter just shot an independent film in Ireland just a year ago. It's going to the Rome Film Festival, just like Ammonite. It's kind of fun to have these conversations like, 'How fun, Mom? We're both going to the festival with one film each. It's an amazing experience. I'm very fortunate that we grew up together." In fact, Curious, Kate Winslet was 21 years old when she began filming Titanic, which remains one of the most successful films ever made. So her daughter Mia, at the age of 20, may well be as likely to launch into stardom as Kate did. Besides being the mother to this upcoming star, Winslet is also mother to Joe and Bear Blaze, who were born in 2003 and 2013 respectively. So far, it's only the star's eldest daughter who has shown her penchant for acting, and as we mentioned, she is fast approaching the age that her mother was when she won her first Oscar. Will this rising actress follow suit? Now, Mia is no longer a child and has her own way of seeing things and her own path to fame, so let's talk about her in a little more detail. For Mia, in fact, acting was not necessarily the clear path of her life. Unlike many other Hollywood kids, she didn't spend a lot of time behind her parents on sets or filming locations. In her own words, the actress talked about that work on set is not easy. She said, "I really understand why my mum always stressed to us how hard the work is. She's right, and I loved every second of it." In an interview with Variety, Mia had said, "I had just finished school. I was free from hell of exams and I was excited, nervous and ready to start auditioning and hoping that opportunities to do one would come my way." Well, it was certainly by chance of fate that these opportunities came her way, as according to her, Shadows was the first script she was given to perform. Speaking about it in an interview, she said, "I couldn't believe my luck. I read it and I didn't put it down. This is admitting a lot because I'm dyslexic and that means I have to read slowly and constantly in order to make things incompletely sometimes." Now there's an interesting thing to think about. Did the director do a quick social media search on Mia? Or is she just as talented as her mother? What do you reckon, Curious? It's no secret to anyone that sometimes working in Hollywood sets can be a bit controversial. Kate, as a mother, it is something that she knows very well, and maybe was a good reason why the actress decided to leave Mia and her other children out of Hollywood productions. Even more so, in an interview with Vanity Fair, the actress had spoken about her regrets for working with controversial filmmakers Roman Polanski and Woody Allen. With regards to Allen and the controversy surrounding him and his stepdaughter, we have a video about it which you can check out by clicking on the link above. Following on from the above, while talking about her new film Ammonite, Winslet alluded to her experiences in Hollywood and her views on the way Tinseltown portrays women. She had expressed that she always aimed to set a decent example to the younger generations, and added that she is setting a fucking example to the youth. With that word, she addressed her regret for working with directors such as Polanski and Allen, who had been accused of intimate abuse of women. In addition to having condemned her decision to work with them, Winslet expressed her desire to be an example for all women. Ammonite has really made me aware that I'm even more committed to honoring what women want to say for themselves in films and how we really want to be represented, regardless of our sexual orientation. So for the public opinion, Kate has been inclined to make these comments as to how her own daughter has had the Hollywood dream to pursue. So we have to wait a little longer to see how the look develops for Mia, and hoping to the coincidences of fate continue to play in her favor. So Curious, do you think 20-year-old Mia really didn't get help from her famous parents? Coincidence or not? What do you think of the move for Mia? Would you like us to talk more about famous kids? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our future videos. Until next time.